Hello everyone, and welcome back to this Lord of the Rings Minecraft mod adventure. I'm LeftClick, and we are in the Ettenmoors, and we are slowly but surely trying to kill our Angmar orcs and mountain trolls and all kinds of meanies who live here. Um, so we came up with the strategy last time to line ourselves with these pillars that will form sort of escape tunnels for us when we face the mountain trolls and other trolls that won't be able to scale them quickly. However, it doesn't seem to work on orcs because they're small. However, the only orcs we'll have to deal with are Gundabad Uruks and maybe this is something we have to address. Gundabad Uruks and perhaps maybe Angmar orcs themselves. The main reason we're over here is we want to kill mountain trolls or hill trolls. I keep messing that up. Okay, we don't have that many arrows at our disposal, so we're going to make use of the ones we have. And we are going to try and avoid getting abused by Angmar orcs. There was an invasion happening, and we are on their home turf, and it is nighttime. So they are going to be buffed somewhat. So I'm going to try and mitigate the amount of opposition that we find when we start killing mountain trolls. We have 29 arrows on us. That's a good amount. Maybe I should use my Rivendell bow, because my Rivendell bow does more damage per arrow shot, which is nice. Okay, this regular troll won't be able to hit us, which is nice. Let's... Oh gosh, we need to keep this troll. We need to keep this orc off of us. Are these Angmar people? Why are they so brazenly attacking me? Gundabad orcs usually should be afraid of me. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, there's a mountain troll over there that we want to get to, so let's run over towards them and start piking them. Okay, they're pretty fast. But we have pikes at our disposal and arrows, which is very nice. Speaking of arrows, we're getting pelted with them by guy over there. Okay, let's see if there's another mountain troll nearby. Oh, hill troll, come on. I'm just gonna call them mountain trolls, honestly. Like, come on. It's not that hard to differentiate. You know that there's trolls, and then there's the weird big trolls, which are the mountain trolls, hill trolls, whatever. What I'd like to do is, I don't think we might get through, because we have to kill 35 of these for an order, and the sun's already coming up. I figure after this next round, oh gosh, there's banner bearers for those Angmar orcs as well. I think maybe after this next search for mountain trolls or hill trolls, we might just have to throw in the towel and fast travel somewhere else, because I think that this is going to take way too long for the benefit we're going to get from it. Well, we could slay some... We might be able to slay our orcs for that order in the meantime, for Rivendell, which is something we can do, because I believe you are an Angmar orc. There we go. You can slay some of these, no problem. Okay, let's bait this guy over. Come on. Come on. Come over here. You should stay alive in the daytime in Angmar. That should be something you should be able to do. Okay, we got 2 trolls on us and a warg. That's nothing. Our little palisade here will keep us relatively safe. Let's get this warg out of our way first. There we go. Oh, geez, man. These trolls hit like a truck. Or hit like a troll. Come here. Ow. Ow, I don't like when you do that to me. Please stop. Come on, I want to abuse you with my pike. There we go. Oh, these guys do burn. Oh, interesting. They're probably not going to find cover. That's unfortunate. Let's grab some of this Athelas. And I believe that hill troll... I thought he... Oh, I guess hill trolls don't turn... Hill trolls do not turn into troll statues, but regular trolls do. And so, if that regular troll that ran over here is perished, we should find his troll statue somewhere over this way. There it is. So, normally what you would be able to do is you would be able to take a pickaxe and harvest this, but you need a silk touch pickaxe. And because the enchantment system in this mod is different. I will need a silken smith scroll to forge onto one of our pickaxes. If we find one of those, a silken smith scroll, I would like to put on my dwarven pickaxe, as I think that would be the one that would be most useful to carry around. So I am going to, first off, kill the rest of these Angmar orcs. We'll have plenty of them since there's an invasion going on, so we should have no problem completing this order. I mean, if we limit the orcs to around one at a time, should be fine. Kill this Angmar orc. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Oh, we got some silver coins. Nice. Well, silver nuggets, that is. Which are just silver coins not made yet, to be completely fair. That's the only reason you use silver nuggets. Okay, that's more orcs coming our way. I heard the little... Come on, where are they? There they are. Come here. I saw you. I saw you from a mile away. So the invasion's coming from around this way, I think. Or at least I think so. Where's it coming from exactly? Mayo! It's coming from up there. Good to know. So it's coming from the Misty Mountains, because we're on its outskirts. Interesting. Man, our conquest must be fantastic in this area. We've been killing so many enemies. Of course they have poison bolts. That sucks. I'm out of here. We finished that order, or task quest. That's what it's called. We finished that quest. Time to go into our tower, and time to fast travel out of here. Because although this base has proven useful to us, I don't want to spend more time near here than I have to. Let's see. Dunlendings, Gundabad Wargs, Edelvir, Angmar Orcs. We could get the Gundabad Wargs done if we go back up to the Misty Mountains for a little bit. Although I don't think they're going to spawn, because it's daytime. Let's just head out. I think it might be best for us to just leave this place. Map. Let's see. We haven't been down to Gondor yet, and it's something we wanted to do for a very, very long time. We might want to do that. We could, or we just head to the sea, go to Tofuin, go actually up to Fordodwaith maybe, if we go from the Vales of Anduin through the Grey Mountains. Because the Grey Mountains are where drakes are, where dragons might be. The Withered Heath should be... Oh yeah, the Withered Heath. That is where, Smaug may have come from. But in any case, I think it's about time to start heading to Gondor. See what's up over there. And maybe get some beefy alignment points, because Gondor... Yeah, it's Dale, I'm a soldier, whatever. Let's see, Gondor would be great for... Because we're already an enemy of Mordor. It'd be really great to get some alignment over there. And we haven't been to... We've been to Fangorn Forest, haven't we? No, we haven't. Wow. I'm surprised. I kind of want to go over there now. But it's going to be a while. I mean, we already are enemies of Dunland. Yeah, let's go to Gondor. I'm out of here. Time to visit the Men of the South. Because I think we've killed enough Angmarans for today. Angmarans? Angmar orcs? Whatever. Let's go to Mering Stream. And visit the Kingdom of Men. Maybe there'll be a, Rohirric village somewhere nearby here. And so we can pick up some equipment on the way. Maybe not. Yeah, it's a lot of the woodland. I doubt there's going to be a Rohirric village around here. So there should be Gondor woodland then, on the other side of this bridge. And there is Gondorian rock. You'll notice that there are a lot of, rock bricks in this mod that have a white color. There's the chalk bricks, there's a High Elven brick, a Lothlorien brick, and now there's Gondorian brick that is made of white stone. But I believe Gondorian brick isn't made just from stone. It's made from Gondor rock, which is a specific kind of rock that makes up... Oh, geez, it's a specific kind of rock that makes up the White Mountains. So that is why... that's a little bit why Gondorians have so much white architecture, especially in this mod. Because it's all using Gondor rock, which is endemic to this region. I think that Gondor rock isn't just found... Hold on, I gotta get some food. Gondor rock isn't just found in the White Mountains. I believe it spawns in the Gondor region as a whole. And to prove this, what I'm going to do once we get a little bit further down this path is first off, I admire the scenery. Seems like a very temperate forest. I mean, they have almond trees, so kind of reminds me a little bit of Rune, but not really. Got birds. Yeah, very temperate. Got willows. So I believe if we dig far enough down into the ground, the first kind of rock you'll see will actually be Gondor rock. And there's something very similar here with Rohan. Rohan does something similar where they have Rohirric rock. It's the sort of beigeish rock that you see in Rohan a lot with like Rohirric cobblestone and boulders and stuff. That's all Rohirric rock specifically. So that's what gives these two nations a very unique architecture. Well, it's not just that, but it also gives them neat possibilities that other factions don't really have because that kind of rock doesn't exist. So you can have these gleaming white towers that are different than elvish towers. They're not they're more of mannish fortresses than anything else because it seems like the realms of men don't really build just tall towers. It's very much an elvish thing or an orcish thing, which is an interesting parallel I didn't draw until now, that if you want to recruit elves or orcs, you have to find their chieftains in towers usually, except for the Gundabad orcs, because the Gundabad orcs are just weird. But yeah, I mean, Angmar has its towers. I think Mordor also has recruitment towers, and the elves do too. So maybe that has to do with a parallel between the elves and orcs, where they both have a culturally similar style for fortifications rather than men. Because men, the race of men rather, has fortresses that are more like castles or like ring forts that you may see in the early medieval period. I know that Dunlendings and Dalish soldiers have very similar building styles. Rohirric soldiers have a very similar building style to Dunlendings in terms of what their fortresses look like. Except Rohirrim usually have a little bit more fortification, more of like a settlement around their fortresses, whereas Dunlending hill forts are just smack in the middle of nowhere, you know? And we've seen those before. Man, imagine going back to Dunland and doing that quest to kill some Dunlendings and along the way maybe find a Dalish trader to talk to. That would be nice. Gondor Woodlands. Let's head south. Once we go a little bit further to Halifirian, let's head a little bit south and go to the White Mountains, because I really want to see if the White Mountains have changed any. I want to see how they compare to, let's say, the Misty Mountains. Because we already know what the Misty Mountains look like. Like, we've seen those twice now. Well, we've been in them twice now. But the White Mountains might be very interesting. And we know Ered Luin, the Blue Mountains. We've seen they have Sarluin, this blue rock. So let's see how the White Stone of Gondor looks in mountain form. And of course, sometime in this mod, we are going to go hella far east and go to the Orokarni, or I don't know what Orokarni actually means in Elvish, but I know that they're the Red Mountains. And that might be some refuge of the dwarves, I think. I'm not quite sure. Maybe that's where the Wicked Dwarves are from. The Wicked Dwarves are the dwarves that we saw in Rune. And so maybe that is where they hail from the Orokarni. I don't know. Maybe the Wicked Dwarves are defectors from Dane Ironfoot, who is the leader of Durin's folk at this time. Because he should be old enough. Yeah, it should work. The timeline. Because dwarves can be quite old. Alright. Maybe we should pick up a horse along the way. We have a saddle, right? Let's pick up a horse while we're here. Oh, you know what? We should have done that while we were in Rohan. We would have had a fantastic horse to take us places. And hey, look at that. There's a first generated structure. It seems to be some kind of squat tower that we see. That I must to our north that we must have passed by on the way down. Alright, good. Let's see what we can find in here. Now, the fact that it's overgrown with moss and it has a hole in it does not bode well for loot. As I expected, it is abandoned. Maybe we'll find a true version of these towers. I believe these are called Gondorian watchtowers, and they have these Gondorian bricks and crafting tables. There we go. Throw you in there. Yeah, there's nothing in this chest. Oh, jeez. Bright light. Ugh. Nothing in here. Yeah, there's empty barrel. Useless. Absolutely useless. Alright, where's our horse? There it is. Come on, bud. Go into the mountains. Here we are. Alright, this is pretty decent. Gondor, I think, during the day is totally safe. Because there are... Hey, there we are. So it seems like there's Gondorian soldiers everywhere. And the Gondorian soldier armor is all made of iron. And I believe it's pretty good armor. Not maybe as much as curved swords. What is with people not knowing curved swords? Like, you've definitely seen scimitars before and sabers. Like, it's not that novel of a concept. Come on, man. Anyway, my point is, Gondorian armor is, I think, maybe only second to Elvish armor, or in Uruk armor, I believe. Hirluin, the Gondor Levyman. Look at that Gondorian sword. It's so long. It's ready. It's like a true long sword. I like it a lot. Foul airs and the wind of late. Okay, so these are Levymen and these are true soldiers. Similar to what Dale has. And what is that up there? Interesting. We have 2 towers. Now these towers seem to be dotting the White Mountains. These might be... So I believe these might be beacon towers, or towers that have the beacons of Gondor in them. And if you light them with flint and steel, which is something we don't have, so we should probably get to light them, then they automatically light the closest beacon within a certain distance. And it seems like they spawn clustered together. Is that something they added recently? Hold on, let's get up to these White Mountains. We're in the foothills right now. So, there's a beacon tower, and there's the beacon guard, who has a cape, a spear, and the winged helmet, which is very nice. There's another beacon tower here, so I think if we light this beacon, that beacon should also light automatically. So we need to find some gravel real quick, and see if we can very quickly get some flint to make some flint and steel, and light this sucker. Or maybe we can find some sulfur. That would also work. We can just make some sulfur matches so we don't have to carry around flint and steel in our inventory everywhere. That'll also do. Oh, there we go. Flint. Easy. Let's get you out of the way. Do we have any iron ingots? No, we don't. But we do have iron ore. Rivendell crafting table. In that case, let's move this here. Crafting table. Oh man, we need more cobblestone. Okay. We already have a furnace. Never mind. I am dumb. Let's put you in there. We do not have that much wood, lads. We're gonna have to get some more. Ooh. Alright. Fix that. We don't need you anymore then. Let's go to our materials. Put away our crafting table. Bada bing, bada boom. We should be able to very quickly make some flint and steel. Bam. And let's grab our furnace back. Let's throw it in our materials. I don't think we're going to need it in our inventory that long. Alright. Horsey, you are going to see something majestic here. You're going to see the beacons light up, and it's going to be a breathtaking moment. Cinematic, even. So let's head up the beacon tower. I believe there's 2 entrances to the beacon tower. I believe there is the ladder up to the beacon, and then there is... Boom! A place for the guards to rest. And there's the banner of Gondor. There's a Gondorian helmet and silver coin. Wonderful. The serpent guard. Let's see. Let's put our coin away. Put our food in there. Tools and armor. Gondorian helmet. Gondorian helmet does +2 protection. And Rivendell helmets do +2. So it's actually as good as Elven armor. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. In that case, don't take Gondorian armor for granted, man. Alright, let's light the beacon. You have a quest for me. Hey, come here. 30 spawn of Mordor. I can definitely do that. Let's light that beacon. The beacons are lit. I got an achievement. Yay. Alright, so this beacon should light there. It should stay lit. Now let's see if my suspicion holds true. So let's get our horse and ride over here. Hey, it lit! I knew it! See? Yeah, just like the movies. The tower guard sees that it's lit, and so it lights. And let's see if that one lights. This one over here is lit. That one over there is lit. Oh, that's such a cool communication system. Yeah. Oh, that's so neat. I'm going to definitely make some beacons. I think you can easily make beacons. I think it's like only wooden logs and charcoal or something. It's really, really easy to make. And this is fir wood? fir wood. Do we have a fir tree in our house, in our menagerie? I think we do. Yeah, we definitely do. A fir tree holds a special significance to me, so I definitely want to get some. Mainly, I want to refill our wood now that we're basically run out of green oak. So let's grab this fir wood, and let's take our horsey and be on our way. Because I want to actually go to the White Mountains proper. Oh, it's more beacon towers. Okay, so it seems like beacon towers spawn in like clusters of 2 or 3, so they can have the market effect of one beacon signaling another, that signals another, that signals another. That didn't used to happen before. Usually beacons were just in the middle of nowhere. And you saw a beacon, you lit it up, and then you were just kind of standing there with a beacon on fire. But now that they have them sort of chained together like this, that's really, really neat. I'm really glad they did that. I assume they did that because this pattern is beginning to unveil itself as more than just a coincidence. Yeah, I really like that they did that. That's something that I feel like they should have done a long time ago. Alright, going down the White Mountains. I really want to see the White Mountains proper, man. I really want to see the Gondorian rock, the White Mountains. And I want to see how they got their name. Because they might look similar to the last time I played this mod, but who knows? Maybe they changed. They didn't seem to change the texture of the brick that much. I mean, it looks pretty much the same, and they have these pillars. Man, these towers just look really nice. And they have these big columns and stuff, and... Well, here's the White Mountains. That's not snow. That is all Gondorian rock, and that peak looks cool. I like the clouds and the sun. Oh, man, this is beautiful, and there's a waterfall there. That is screenshot material right there, lads. Oh, that's pretty. Alright, let's cheat our way. Oh, we can go to Lamadon really quickly, actually, if we cross the mountains. Lamadon is a sub-region of Gondor that has its own... I don't want to say it has its own culture, because Gondor has a very universal culture, I think. But it has its own sort of quirks. It's kind of like the Southeast United States basically has its own sort of universal culture, but someone from Georgia might have somewhat different preferences, culture, things like that, slightly different than someone from North Carolina, or someone from Texas, or someone from Mississippi. It's all relative. So I feel like if we go, okay, southwest. So you will see those differences. Maybe the universal Gondorian culture is probably spawning from the Pelennor Fields, from the sort of capital of Gondor. But then when you get further and further from the capital, the influence is less and less, and therefore the independence, or maybe not independence isn't the right word, maybe autonomy of the people that live in those fiefdoms is what they're called, increases. Do we need tin for anything? I don't think we do. Maybe, am I losing my mind? Do we need tin for something? Oh, gosh. Losing my marbles up in here, After traveling for so long. Gosh, the White Mountains are cool, and they have these little valleys. Having a house right here would be amazing, because I doubt that orcs will spawn this far from Mordor over here. You're really well defended on these sides. You can easily wall this off. You have enough high ground where you can, that you can defend. You have plenty of building material to make beautiful white architecture. You already have a water source, bam, to get a farm started. And you also have Athelas that spawns in Gondor, so. And you have ample amount of wood. It's not like really barren mountains. Like, I think the Grey Mountains are pretty barren, but... And the Misty Mountains don't have that many trees at all, but these really do. They have a bunch of these little valleys here that are great, where you're probably not going to want to make too much out of timber. You could definitely populate a forest with this stuff. I mean, if you are good at replanting. So yeah. I think if I was a little more partial to Gondor, I would probably make my house in the White Mountains somewhere. Or maybe there's another place in Gondor that we may see later. It is, I think it's Pelargir, and it's near the coast, and they have a really cool aesthetic. I like it a lot. But anyway, I really like the look of the White Mountains. They are probably my second favorite mountain range. I think my favorite is, actually, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking maybe Ered Luin, but the Eredluin dwarves don't really have that cool of an aesthetic. I actually really like the Iron Hills, but they're hills, so I don't think they count as mountain range. I don't know. We'll have to see the Mordor mountains too, because Mordor has these like rings of mountains, like the Mountains of Shadows. I think the Northern Range is what it's called. Let me double check. Are they called the Mountains of Shadow? Yeah, Mountains of Shadow is the Western Range, and the Ash Mountains are the Northern Range. Yeah, they just form a natural fortress around Mordor. And then here they have this just bare place where people from Rune can enter. Wow. Man, Mordor is scary, man. And everything around Mordor that... So Gondor is probably the most fertile place closest to Mordor. Because the Brownlands are just desolated. Wilderland is pretty alright. I mean, it's not as lush as this. I mean, it doesn't have all the trees and the plains and stuff. It doesn't have all the trees and bushes and stuff as Gondor does, at least in this mod. And the Eastern Desolation is just nothing. And then down here, you have Losgladen, Khand, and Harondor. These are all like half deserts, basically. These are all like somewhat really dry and arid. So if you're a Mordor, and that's one thing where other than just the typical theory of just, oh, Mordor is led by an evil lord and so they want to expand and rule everything, which is, I mean, pretty obvious. There's also the case of if you were Mordor and you had this very impenetrable sort of landmass, kind of like Persia did back in the day, like Iran has amazing natural fortifications. Let's say you want to expand for natural resources. What place seems like the most efficient place to go to? Probably Gondor. You're well defended against it. You have these mountains as a buffer. You have this small pass that leads to some trade. You have a river that protects you from the mainland. So it might be hard to invade, but Ithilien seems pretty easy. I mean, it's full of trees and stuff, so it shouldn't be that hard to invade. Anyway, let's stop around. I think we're almost at Lamadon. So I think it's about time to end this episode on our journey to Lamadon to check out the rest of Gondor because I'm very excited. I'm very excited to check out Gondor because this has been a long time coming. Gondor is, I think, probably the most powerful man or human-led kingdom in Middle Earth at the moment. At the moment, being in the Third Age. So I feel like this will be very good to explore and see what potential they have. But until then, as always, don't listen to Noldor propaganda. The kinslaying was not justified.